we're doing a workout. How splendid. I'll get my shoes on. Ow. Oh, my calves are still painful, unfortunately. Okay, splendid. I should probably, if I'm working with dumbbells, give myself a bit more real estate. Oi, how are you doing, chat? Hello, Nuno. Good to see you. I think we're gonna try and work with 20 kilos today. It's like 44, just a little above the recommended range, but I'm feeling relatively good. We'll see how we feel in the warm-up. Start with 10. 22 pounds to start. Do a set of 12. Should be fun. Oh yeah, so we've got, it's scheduled 4 sets of chest work, starting out with dumbbell flat work and then going on to incline barbell. So, that'll be fun. I might add some more sets because it's got 2 sets of each. Depending on how I feel, might go harder. More sets to failure. It's funny to see how sunny it is over there in complete darkness over here. Well, the sun is going down. It will be dark out there by the time we're done today. Cool. I'm trying to remember the insertion of the pectoralis major. I think it's the crest of the lesser tubercle, but it might be the crest of the greater tubercle, and I'm not sure which one it is. God dang it. Okay. Well, time to warm up regardless. Righty-ho. Splendid. Let's move up to 15. Ah. 1 hour difference. Ah, yes. As I say, the sun is rapidly diminishing. I want to look it up now, the insertion of the pectoralis major. Oh, let's do that after we finish customizing the dumbbell, shall we? Okay, I've I've just had a very nice spaghetti bolognese. It's thoroughly enjoyable. Looking big, I'm doing my best, fine sir. Honestly, by doing these streams, you keep me motivated to do some workouts too at the same time. Awesome! Glad to hear it. I'll tell you what, let's turn the fan on. Oh. Okay, warm up number 2. Working with 15 kilos, 33 pounds. Should be pleasant enough. Cool. Alright, let me go grab the... Oh. Around gel if needed. I'm doing my micro slime thumbs. Okie doke, I will do it, people. Thank you. Now, what are you getting up to in regards to your workouts? Focusing on anything in particular? Feeling as great as I did at the start of the week, perhaps pushing as hard as I have been recently is catching up to me. We shall see. I'm gonna keep going. Oh. See how consistent I can be with 0 to RiR, 0 to 1 RiR training. Maybe it's sustainable for me, maybe not. Ay. Same old, just bicep curls and squats, what I'm comfortable with. Fair enough, a lot better than nothing. Splendid, okay. 20 kilos. That'll be our working weight for today. Cool. Okay, so it doesn't have a rep estimate for me. Let me find a good tune for our first working set. Highway to Hell by No Apology. Oh, hell yes. Let's do it. Okay. Chalk lead, baby! If I can get 20 here, I will be impressed. Okay. 22. Cool. Very cool. Arms are going to be sore in the morning. Oddly enough, because I've been training my chest for a long time, it's very resistant to DOMs. So I do not get DOMs in the chest very often, almost regardless of what I do. We should add some weight. If we're doing 22, we can add some weight, get it down to the 10 to 20 range. Let's go to 42, 22.5 kilos. It's 49.6 pounds. Okay. 49.6. Splendid. Oh. Yay! Do you know, I think about 85% of body heat is generated by the contraction of skeletal muscle or voluntary muscle. 85%? That's why it feels hot in here. It felt cold earlier. Oh, yeah. Vasodilate. Okay, can be windy very soon. Be cool if we could hear the music too. Yeah, the stream would get muted. Very unfortunately. Finally managed to join the workout stream. Well, congratulations and welcome, Fencer. But yeah, you can play music in the background. Okay, let's see what the chest can get with 49.6 pounds. Oh, 22.5 kilos. Ooh, okay, 15, that's more like it. I might add one more set, these are feeling good. Let's add one more set, shall we? Okay. And then we're going to some incline work. So I'm not even sure how, like with the stream being on the mobile phone, I'm not sure how I'd play music. It's glad I was actually able to find out how to stream from my mobile phone. Whew. I reckon one more minute and we'll be good to go. You know, I should add dips in again. I really enjoy dips. I do have a dip station actually. It's out there, along with my hyper-extension bench. It's chilling right there. Yay! Oh, okay. I'm doing okay, Matty. Just about to get into our last set of flat dumbbell bench press. Working with 22.5 kilos or 49.6 pounds. We're aiming for at least 12, yeah, ideally. Give me a good tune. Give me something to hype me. Battlefield Map by JT Music. Okay. Woo! Come on, pecs. Pectoralis major. Nah. I think that was 13. Might have been 14. I don't know. Okay. Now we're sitting up for incline barbell bench press. Working the upper portion of the pectoralis major. Imagine the clavicular part of the deltoid will be getting involved as well, which will be pleasant. Okay. Oh. Yeah. I don't know how to stop my hailstorm. Maybe it's sounds like a good one. Tell you what, I'll have a look at that and see if it's one that I like. Okay. Always lean back your weights. It's only polite. So what was that? Don't know how to stop by a hailstorm. Okay, let's have a look. Okay. So with the incline press, you don't want to go too extreme on the incline. Otherwise, it will become as much a deltoid exercise as it is an upper pec one. Just gonna warm up. Again, just get used to the range of motion. We'll do a quick set with 30. Don't think this is exactly my style of music. Something not bad though. Good singer. Does anyone here have a favourite exercise? I keep thinking, for me it's between the inverse cable curl and the puncture curl, I think. I really enjoy them. I find it very cathartic to take them almost to failure as well. Almost finished my water already. Let's do a set of 8 here, shall we? Oh. Wait, what does it think we're working with here? Let's see. So at once I was working with 90.38. 90.38. It's 41 kilos. I might go for 42. Just to be difficult. Yeah, let's go for 42. It's 92.59. Gorgeous. 92.59. Now what? 17 repetitions. I have a favourite exercise, this is coffee cup curl. Ah, good stuff. Which muscle is it? It's either the brachialis or the brachioradialis. I would guess the brachioradialis has a nickname in anatomy as the beer drinking muscle, due to the unique sort of combination of supination and flexion that it facilitates. So, you've probably got a well-developed brachialis, which is, you can see it here. This is a brachialis muscle. It originates from the lateral supracondylar ridge of the humerus and goes on to insert. Oh wait, am I talking about that? Oh no. Yep. The lateral supracondylar ridge of the humerus goes on to insert onto the styloid process of the radius, which is about here, and it produces this supination motion like that, which is exactly what you do when you drink, hence beer drinking muscle. Fun fact. Oh, I genuinely find going on a long walk, so 10 plus miles, the most enjoyable. Believe me, walking is a fantastic way to stay healthy. It's low impact on your joints, you can do it for a very, very long time. Fantastic thing to do. Okay, so we're going to do a working set with 42 kilos. Oh. Look how cute these weights are. It's a 1 kilo weight with a 2-inch hole. Look at that hole. I can get my fingers all in that hole and just, yeah. Look at that. Okay, that's fine. The hell am I doing? Okay. Sorry, I got too excited, but that weight had a very attractive hole. Okay. Okay. Hello, Barbell. You are about to get lifted. Did you know that? Let's see. How many can we get with good form? I'm okay. I think that was 20. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of lost count a little bit. Oh, okay. You're doing fine. Aye. What kind of music do you listen to then? Do you know, all sorts. There's some rock in there, there's some rap, there's some random classical, there's a couple of songs by Birdie. I think Mad World is in there as well. Like, I don't know, there seems to be no consistent sort of theme that makes me like a song. Oh. Hey chat, started off with 20. What do you think we're getting on set 2? It's estimating 14. That's what it's doing. 14. 14? Getting 16 just to spite it. What are we doing after this? We're doing tricep work. Okay. Okay. Full sets of triceps. Then that wants me doing calves, but I'm probably going to skip calves just because I've got quite bad DOMs. Tell you what, I'll do I will do a not to failure set. That'll be fun. Ugh. When I used to go to the gym more regularly, I would always listen to Bolt Thriller, help me get the blood pumping. Never heard of that. Yeah, I should probably get the barbell back onto the pins. Otherwise I might have issues. Okay. Cool. One day I'll be at a weight where I have to take the weights off to be able to do that. One day. Okay. Let's do set 2. Oh, I'm hoping for 16. Splendid. Absolutely splendid. Okay. 20 to 17. No joint pain. A low pump. Okay. Yay! Do a one-handed push-up. I doubt I can, fine sir. That is a incredibly difficult exercise. And after this chest work, that's just mean. I am curious if I could do it though. I'll give it a go after I rest a little bit. We'll see if I can manage it. I remember trying once before and I was hopeless at it. So half the balance of the thing and half the actual muscular element. Right now your muscles are exhausted, but I want to know. I kind of want to know too. I'd be curious. Okay, so I reckon first step, if we want to do a one-handed push-up, is to work on the position. Let's see, shall we? It's one of those things where I'm going to know if I can do it or not, like, without even doing it. Let's see, if I get myself centered. That's not going to happen. I can guarantee you, I'm going down, I ain't coming back up. Okay. Oh. Hi. What do you know? I came back up. Cool. I'm proud of that. That's not a bad accomplishment like that. Hell yeah. Nice. Thank you. I'm very proud of myself. Because I remember I had a vivid memory of attempting that once before. I was hopeless. So, good stuff. Not coming back up does. Goes to show, never doubt yourself, chap. Damn, that motivates me. I'm glad. Ooh. Okay, what are we doing next? I think it's tricep work. Yes, cable tricep pushdowns and then barbell overhead extensions, which I've only done once before, so we'll have to see how we go. Alright, let's get you pointed in the right direction, chat, shall we? Ooh. When you whack your weights, chat. Your weights. It is good gym etiquette if you are in a public gym space. After you've used your weights, make sure you put everything back where you found it. Unless you found it still on the bar, in which case try to get up. Okay. To move you, Mr. Air Conditioner. Thank you. Let's get some weight on that bar so that it doesn't smack me in the head when I put the bar on. I don't know what weight we're actually working with here. 50 pounds, you say, okay. It's what, like 22.5 kilos, okay. 22.5. I'm still trying to do this daily 5-1 battles, 4k damage and loss. Yeah, we all have those days. Alright, let's warm up, shall we? Shall we warm up with... Let's go 17.5 to start. Okay, these will do a set of 20. That's been 2 hours. Yep. I can relate, fine sir. So, pop quiz for your chat. Your triceps brachii, which isn't the only triceps muscle in the body, but it's this muscle, right, that forms the posterior arm. Where does the triceps brachii muscle insert? I'd be curious if anyone knows. Give you the other side, so you've got 2 heads that originate from the posterior surface of the humerus, which is the bone of your arm. And you've got the other head that originates it would be the medial head? Long head? It's medial head, isn't it? Be the medial head, yeah. Or the long head. God damn it, my anatomical knowledge is failing me. But there's one head that attaches to the infraglenoid tubercle, which is a tubercle of the glenoid fossa of the scapula. So, believe it or not, the triceps here is actually involved in this motion as well. Right? So, adduction of the arm, because it's contracting along here. Whee! That's why you can stretch the muscle and really work that head with overhead work that we'll be doing later. Like that. Yeah. Okay, let's do a second warm-up. Okay, and for the working set shortly. So it's expecting 17 repetitions. And yeah, the pop quiz answer earlier, the triceps brachii inserts onto the olecranon of the ulna, which is otherwise known in most people's minds as the elbow. This point here is the olecranon of the ulna, which is the medial bone of the forearm. It has a big posterior process right here, which articulates with the trochlea of the humerus. And the tendon of the triceps is attaching right there to facilitate this movement when it contracts. Right? So it's contracting there and producing extension of the arm. Along with the anconeus. And I imagine some other superficial muscles of the posterior forearm. I don't think deep muscles of the posterior forearm actually cross the elbow joint at any point. Thank you, mentally, I do my best. And the other side. So, the origin of the triceps, you've got two heads that originate from the posterior humerus, so about here. And then you've got another head that comes from the infraglenoid tubercle of the scapula. So it's the only head of the triceps that actually crosses into the thoracic region, or more accurately, the shoulder region or scapular region. Okay, let's do a set, shall we? See how we go. Aye. Okay. I think that was 18. Okay. Cool. Let's see. Oh. Heading to the gym and back now, I myself deadlifts, leg press and extensions. I may add bars and tries at the end. Had chest and back yesterday. Tomorrow will be legs, stiff leg deadlifts, leg curls and some glute work for my wife's visual pleasure. Sounds like you've got a comprehensive set of exercises there, Francois. Good choices. Do you have a favourite exercise, if I may ask? Back dead's my favourite. Okay, cool. I've only just started getting to grips with bent barbell rows, actually. I don't know if I was just doing them poorly in my previous experience or went up in weight too fast, but I've always had issues in my left shoulder when performing them, but been handling them a lot better recently. I have a weakness for training biceps. I think because out of all the body parts that I work, they have kind of the easiest exercises to take to failure. Like, it's very simple to work the eccentric portion of a bicep movement. Right, puncture curls are fantastic for that. I've been doing inverse cable curls, which I absolutely love. So I just really like the feeling of a bicep pump push, personally. Okay, let's go again. Okay. And I note that down as 15. I don't actually know how many I did. I always feel that more in my right side than my left side. See, with your setup, it can be tough to get a solid intermediate advanced workout. Lucky my gym is pretty good. You're able to vary the height of the cables. If you look up Eric Janicki, I got some of his former exercise choices. Good emphasis on the tension. Heavy weight is not needed like the pros think. Yeah, I mean, I think, to be honest, effort is probably the most valuable thing, regardless of what training modality you're adhering to. I mean, all of these factors come into play. Your weight, your time under tension, your focus on eccentrics, explosiveness, proximity to failure. Like, all of these are without a doubt factors in hypertrophy and progression. And I think there's a lot of speculation and a lot of unneeded sort of, oh, this is the most important thing ever by the fitness industry. Like, all of these things are factors that contribute. But I think all of them are benefited by effort, right? Regardless. Make an effort to use a heavy weight. Make an effort to go a little closer to failure. Make an effort to lift with a greater range of motion. Make an effort to lift with better form, right? Oh yeah, I've been sleeping really well recently. Okay, so there's a new exercise that I've been doing. I've done it once before, so probably going to go technically. Let's see. Trying to remember what grip I used last time. I think I went like this. Cool, yeah, feels good. Alright. I think we'll stick with 30 kilos for the time being, or 20 kilos, mind you. Wait, no. It says weight 33. That's 15, isn't it? Huh. But it wants 22 with that. Bit high, I'm thinking. Let's put 17.5 kilos on there. It's new exercise, as I say, so I'm going to be moving up in weight fairly quickly. But I have run into trouble before now by disrespecting weight on new exercises. The bar's probably 22 kilos. It's 10 kilos. So rather light bar. My 6 foot Olympic bar, or not Olympic, but my 6 foot 2 inch bar is 10 kilos as well. I mean 10 to 12, gotcha. Yeah, so the bar's 22. So just need to add like, it'll be 2.5 on either side to get to 30 pounds. Let's see what we can do. Come on, baby weights. Baby weights. Let's see how goddamn majestic we can make this set look. Not sure what the best way to get this into position is, really. Is there any, hey chat, when I come back over there again, do you know if there's a preferred method for barbell overhead extensions of getting the barbell into position? Or is it just improvise? Okay, we can go higher weight on that for sure. Okay, that's what, like 25? Way too high for work I'm trying to do. Okay, let's go to 20 kilos, 44 pounds. Whew. Ay, ay, ay. Sitting rest on your legs and kick up hard to get some momentum while lifting it into position. Form was good, may want to have the back on the bench up. Yeah, that's a fair point actually. Feeling pumped because it looks like you're having a bit of pump. It's decent in the triceps actually with this one. I think it's because it's involving the lateral head of the tricep, not lateral head? But the medial head. The head of the tricep that inserts onto the glenoid tubercle. Alright. Speak on, baby weights. I'm getting you slightly bigger mother. Ah, fiddlesticks. What a memory day. Oh, there's another new exercise that I haven't done much before. We're doing hammer curls. But I'm doing sort of iced hammer curls using my treadmill. I'm really feeling the brachioradialis, which is nice. Okay, let's get the second set done. Moving up to 44 pounds. Should be fine. Let's see if we can implement the recommended technique for getting by in position, shall we? And I will take that advice about the bench too. Although, is that going to interfere? Probably not. It's a lot better. Good call. See, gym should be about teamwork. Oh. Uh-oh. That's too... Oh. What do you know, there was 5 more. Heck me. And we're done with triceps. Oh. Deserve a protein shake. Like your intensity actually going to failure. That's an odd. I think it's partly me being stubborn. And partly me, like, I'm a half-functioning autistic, so I tend to hyper-focus on things. And I've just come out of a sort of major acute depressive phase. I had my antidepressants increased, and when this has happened in the past, I tend to sort of rebound with regards to having hyperfixation on something. So I've been pouring a lot of energy into my workouts, and I'm discovering I have a love for sort of pushing to those end stages of muscle fatigue. And while sort of looking to re-event or reorganize my program, I was watching a lot of Dr. Mike's Islantal on YouTube and went for the RP hypertrophy app. Ridiculously expensive. I'm on the 30-day trial at the moment. But I think it's a principal thing. I'm using Dr. Mike's app to sort of incentivize me to move up in weight and to try harder and to beat the numbers, right, which is helpful psychologically for me. But I disagree a lot with a lot of the stuff that Dr. Mike does, particularly his attitude towards Lyle McDonald. And there's a video, if you want to look it up, by Jeffrey Valenti Schofield, who is a fantastic source of information. But it is about the sort of beef, if you like, between Lyle McDonald and Mike and a couple of other people. And I'll briefly summarize it. As far as I know, Lyle's contention is that Mike does not know what training to muscular failure is. There's a video of Mike doing leg extensions, screaming dramatically at the end, and his rep speed does not change. There's like 0.5 of a difference between his first set and his last set. And he's saying he's got 0 to 1 reps in reserve. No, you had 3 or 4. You're just kind of a bitch. You know, it's like... And so there's a certain amount of sort of principle. I'm using Mike's app, but no, I am actually going to train like to muscular failure just because... I don't know, it's a weird thing. Oh. Sounds like a steak in Duolingo motivating people to doing lessons. Sounds like a steak? Huh? Oh, took that into account with the autisms, I'm not surprised. Getting that intense workout takes time to get to for most people. Helping a young guy to get there, and it's surprised how much away he has to give than what he used to do. Yeah, I mean... I like Dr. Mike, but I take his workouts with a grain of salt. Yeah, and I, to be honest, I think that's a fair stance to take with literally everyone. And I hope people would afford me the same sort of reservations if I get to the point where I'm considered sort of like a fitness influencer. So I never want to be sort of above critique, and you know, I'll do my due diligence to ensure that the information I'm providing is correct and efficacious, but a lot of people view online presences as strictly binary, either good or bad. Oh, there's good information to be taken from Mike, and there's bad. I think his ego gets in the way of elevating him and his content into a better light. Right. We're doing some face pulls. Hell yeah. Let's do it. Remember what weight we're actually working with, 40, and that's like 37.5, 38? Oh, I'm done. 17.5. Yeah, 17.5. Oh no, it's 18. 18.5? 18.5, I guess. Okay. Let's warm up with 15 then. Ooh. That's the thing. A lot of novices, and a lot of people, myself included, not so long ago, like, it's hard to know what failure is without being there. So, face pulls, very valuable exercise. That's going to get in the way, aren't you? So face pulls are a fine exercise for strengthening your rotator cuff muscles, which are a group of 4 muscles, 3 of which are posteriorly located. One is anterior, that being the subscapularis, on the anterior surface of the scapula. 3 are posteriorly located, that being the infraspinatus, the supraspinatus, and the teres minor. All of these insert onto the greater tubercle of the humerus, which is right here, and they assist in holding the head of the humerus into the glenoid fossa. Right? So that's essentially what keeps your shoulder from dislocating. Right? So strengthening these muscles with the face pull movement is very useful for preventing injury and other exercises that are commonly associated with injuries such as the bench press, for example. Alright. How do you rate training flexibility for everyday life or after workout? Do you know any proven benefits? Oddly enough, I'm currently doing my Unit 2 of my personal training qualification and Unit 1 of my Anatomy and Physiology Level 4. And there is a question concerning the benefits of flexibility training for injury prevention. So I have been looking into various academic literature surrounding the topic, and there seems to be some debate among sort of academics or people who are studying and interested in the field, however tangentially. And the question really is flexibility training and stretching, for example, in warm-up scenarios, effective in preventing or reducing injury in various sports. And there doesn't seem, from what I have seen, to be any compelling research that says that it does. Right? In the studies that I found, there were no conclusive results saying that yes, someone who is more flexible is less prone to injury. And and I want to be clear with what I'm saying right now, it is my conjecture. I'm not speaking from any rigorous academic standpoint, I'm not reading from a paper, this is my speculation. So muscles, or most substances in the body, most materials have a certain degree of elasticity to them. For something like compact bone, it's going to be very, very little. For something like tendon, ligaments, it's going to be more. Right? Muscles have 4 properties, that being contractibility, extensibility, elasticity, and what's the last one? Excitability, which is the ability to respond to stimulus and the strength of such. My theory is that stretching, or chronic stretching, sort of someone being more flexible and being able to do the splits and things like this, that strength, right, that ability of structures, tendons, ligaments to get tighter as they get pulled, right, is efficacious in preventing range of motion that would otherwise be dangerous. For example, consider hyperextension of the elbow. Right? This is the range of motion that I have. With greater flexibility, I mean, the elbow is a bit of a bad example because it's limited by the structure of the olecranon, but let's imagine that it was more liable for hyperextension. Right? The strength of the ligaments and structures in place assists, right, the lack of hyperextension. So my theory is that it may actually increase injury risk if you are more flexible for activities such as strength training, which utilize a bit of that stretch reflex, right, to get out of the bottom. Right? The more flexible you are, the further you can go. And particularly with the shoulder joint, because it's a ball and socket synovial joint, it's naturally unstable. So I would argue, it seems logical to me, that excessive degrees of flexibility makes you more liable to end up in a position where injury is more common. It's interesting to me because I think there could be a sort of monkey's paw type situation. It's both good and bad. For example, if you are very flexible, then a sudden jolt to a ligament, such as one that might cause a sprain in your foot or something like that, I would argue that flexibility would aid in injury prevention for those types of injuries, sudden wrenching of a ligament, right? But I think that on the antithesis of that, if you are less flexible, you might be more prone to injuries such as sprains, right, from a sudden wrenching movement, but less prone to more severe injuries such as tears of these structures because they are stronger and they have more elasticity, or they have more strength when stretched. So, I don't know, I'd be really curious to explore more of the academic literature on the topic, and I certainly will when I get back into my work week and start going back into the sort of Unit 1 and Unit 2. But certainly for my workouts, I never stretch before strength workouts. Never have, never will. the best exercise that you can do to warm up the relevant muscle groups is the exercise that you are about to do, just lighter. Minor Wolf and Menno check and Schofield are good, and researchers in practice when they punch. Best part of Dr. Mike's advices is, oh God, no. Help. Arm women's tension advice. Matches a lot of people I've come to respect. Have you watched anything on the knees over toes guy? I haven't, no. Flexibility has to coincide with strength. I might imagine there'll be an inverse relationship. Right? The less flexible you are, the more strength you are likely to have. Like, I don't know. It's entirely speculation on my part. It seems logical that some manner of lack of flexibility would assist in certain scenarios with generating stability during movements. I could be wrong. Further, a drunk person may survive a car accident because they're more flexible and tighten up like a sober person. That's interesting. I have heard that myself too. Very interesting logic. I always thought of it like construction. If it doesn't bend and stretch, it breaks. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to conceptualize. I think lack of flexibility may be better until a certain point, right? Until the point of breaking. It contributes more stability until that point. Maybe stretching enables that point to be further down, right? Further away. But being flexible surely then means that it is easier for the body to get to that point where it breaks. I don't know. Maybe it balances out. I'm curious. I'd love to see more studies about it. Many dancers and martial artists reach flexibility plateaus that the body will limit range of motion until the strength is there to support the joints at a particular location one was working towards. Interesting. If you watch anything lately from Chuju Mufu, there's a competitive bodybuilder with insane flexibility. Really? Awesome. I think of acrobats who can hold extreme angles without visible instability. Muscle shake as they have strengthened their bodies at those ranges of motion. Yeah, I mean, one of the most interesting things to me, or most impressive things to me, is the crucifix done by male gymnasts, where they're on rings and they're doing this. They're just holding themselves there. Astounding. Absolutely astounding. You can train good flexibility, patience, and consistency is key, just like anything we do. Yeah. As I say, it's entirely guesswork on my part. Arms are huge for not working them directly. Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Okay, right, let's do some work. I've been resting far too long. For so long I forgot to put additional weights on. Damn you and your interesting conversational topics, chat. Stop being so interesting. Ugh. failure as far as I'm concerned. Ow! What's that? Carbonated tires? Maybe a bit like you're in Dallas. You stop moaning, we're training you later. Whew. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. I used to stretch before weightlifting until on 2 different occasions I pulled a leg muscle in the first set of squats. Since I stopped stretching before I do squats, I haven't done it. Now I just go straight for warm-up using either a barbell or the bar. Yeah, I mean, it's very hard to argue against, or I guess for stretching, particularly before weight training, partially from a just time efficacy standpoint. Stretching is time consuming. In fact, everything in the gym you should think about as a time efficacy investment, right? Just because gaining muscle takes a very large amount of time, so these small sort of time optimizations, like doing both sides of the body at once, add up over that time. And I think that the other argument for it is that there's no exercise that includes all the muscle groups of the exercise that you're about to do better than the exercise you're about to do. Alright, so you just do it lighter, warm up to your, work up to your working weight. See, you're natty, but you're really big. I am indeed, fine sir. Thank you for the compliment, though. Appreciate it. I was asking that because I used to do a lot of acrobatic gymnastics, like competition level as a kid. I was wondering if it's a good idea to come back. I mean, it's up to you. Like, I'm by no means an expert. All I can give you is what limited literature I read on the topic and my own experience. But, I mean, look it up, do some research. Stretch is supposedly better after you've warmed up. I used to do the same, now I just warm up the area a lot, works good for me as well. Stretching is good before explosive movement training, but for weights it's better afterwards as a cool down in my experience. Interesting. Okay, alright, let's go. Ooh. About 4 to 5 reps in reserve there, I think. We can do better. Okay. I'm not sure how many reps that was. Felt like 17 nearby. Whew. Unfortunately, I'm not mentally. I do wish I could, but got to work with what I've got. It's a home gym. You're going all out on your last set. Hyperfail? Hyperfail? Oh. I am not sure whether I will be going to failure, just because I feel like with my face pulls, my brachioradialis on my right side feels it more than my rotator cuff muscles on my posterior shoulder. So, I don't know, we'll see. We're gonna work decently hard, but will we get to complete muscular failure? I am not sure. Because I think that my technique will break down first with this exercise. And as far as I'm concerned, technical failure is the second reason to stop a set. Okay. Do you have an idea for exercises in place of face pulls? It's not something that I've really thought on. There are exercises that I think can be useful for, I don't know, I'd have to look into it. I'm certainly not an encyclopedia of exercises, but face pulls for me work. And I think that any exercise, if you can get them in, there's probably what I imagine you could do. Just get an example. You could probably find some manner of, I assume we're looking for very simple substitutes. So you could do the same motion just by going like this, essentially, with a couple of dumbbells or some kind of weight. That would achieve a very similar stimulus. So if you were without equipment, that would probably be an efficacious method of achieving a similar thing. Because we're looking for external rotation. Oh, okay, I think 3 to 5 reps in reserve there. Reps. Unilateral raises, I nearly go above 15 reps, too much effort. Yes, I'd never done it before. Ay, ay, ay. If you lived in Ottawa, you could have any custom gym maybe you want. I don't know, well don't know how to use it. Hey, nice. Okay, we got one last set. I'm pretty sure this is my brachioradialis that's giving me issues. Right here. Interesting. Oh yeah. Wait, no, No, the brachioradialis inserts onto the styloid process of the radius. Might be the extensor carpi radialis, actually. Extensor carpi radialis longus? Longus or brevis? Yeah, because I'm feeling it while I'm extending as well. Okay, so it's either the extensor carpi radialis brevis or extensor carpi radialis longus, but probably both. So in order to stop that from bothering us, we need to avoid extension at the wrist during the face pull, and we need to avoid radial deviation. Those are the movements that are done by that muscle. So what we need to do with this last set, if we want to approach muscular failure, is we need to use more musculature in the anterior compartment of the arm to maintain a proper hand position, right? And we need to avoid tendency to radially deviate the hand during the movement. Cool. Alright, let's take those cues, go into the next set, see if we can get closer to failure. Okay. Oh. Not bad at all. Oh. Okay. Put the bench at 30-degree incline, sit face down and raise dumbbells, keeping in line with your shoulder joint. Face pull hits multiple muscles in the delts and rhomboids and traps. I tore my shoulder after hitting it 3 times body weight squat. What would you recommend me to do if I can no longer get my hand behind my head? I mean, it's difficult for me to recommend something's for a specific injury condition, and I think it would be irresponsible of me to do so. I'd recommend that you consult someone like your GP or some medical professional, maybe a physiotherapist, who can analyze the nature of your limitations and give you some specific work to do within that limitation. Generally, things like light face pulls, slowly exploring the range of motion over an extended period is generally what to do, but I'm reluctant to get specific because I don't want to end up being responsible for you injuring yourself further. So yeah, my recommendation, consult a physiotherapist. Some very, very smart people in that field. I'm sure they'll be able to put you in the right direction. Oh. Okay, right, ladies and gentlemen, we're doing some hammer curls now. Yeah. Okay. So, hammer curls, a lot of people who are beginning in the gym do hammer curls for biceps. And it's certainly not the most efficacious method. Generally speaking, if you want to train your biceps, you train them in a supinated position, meaning that your palm is facing towards you or up, rather than a neutral or pronated position. And the reason for this is it places the biceps in a more advantageous position. Right? It's the top here and it's contracting, producing this movement. The biceps also works to produce supination of the forearm. So your biceps up here is helping to perform this movement along with muscles like the supinator. The neutral grip or hammer curl includes a lot more of the brachialis and the brachioradialis. Brachioradialis is the muscle that forms the lateral contour of your forearm. It's what makes it look very rounded here. This is the brachioradialis. Originates from the supracondylar ridge, lateral supracondylar ridge of the humerus and inserts onto the styloid process of the radius. It's known as the beer drinking muscle because of the movement that it elicits. So that's what we're working here with a neutral grip. Instead of supinated, this works biceps more. This, which is the difference between this and this places the brachioradialis in a more advantageous position, right? From this, where it's on the side, it's lateral here, to this, where it's more superior and in a more advantageous position. Oh. Okay, so let's start out with, looks like we're only working with 16 pounds here. So 7.5 kilos. I shouldn't need a warm-up for that, I don't think. Okay. Let's warm up by figuring out the position. Okay. Cool. I can't remember whether I did this doubled up or whether I did it with one hand. Damn it, Wolf, if you were going to be a fitness influencer, you have to learn to talk out of your butt and give advice that goes against good advice. Yes, I think it's a pit that a lot of influencers fall into. I had the experience on sort of being a Water Tanks content creator for 10 years or whatever. There's only a limited amount of things that you can talk about before you either have to start making up bullshit, stop making videos, or reinvent something, right? It's a difficult field because the facts are the facts, and they don't change that often, particularly in scientific fields. Ooh, okay. So, I will just, because I can't remember whether I did two once. Feels rather uncomfortable. I think I did one arm. Alright, let's do one arm then. Let me get you guys a better view so you can see what we're up to. Oh, cool. Okay. Going to the gym shortly. Thanks for letting me pretend I know stuff. The form so far has been very good. Be curious to see how the app has to you and changes things up for you. Yeah, it should be fun. If you are interested, you can find all of my workouts on Workout Ways, the YouTube channel Workout Ways. I'm going to be uploading every single workout that I do, every day except Tuesday, and they are all notated with the reps, the sets, the exercise, all in chapter headings. They get uploaded usually in the day that I do the workout. So if you're interested in looking at that, I recommend you look up the Workout Ways YouTube channel. You can find them there. Thank you very much for popping in. Alright, let's see what we can do. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Everything is fine. I like your last cheat, man. Shh. Don't tell anyone. I didn't cheat. It was a perfect, complete rep. Full range of motion. It was amazing. You see, I suddenly, I don't know, I was grinding it out and then I just magically overcame. Oh, have you ever tried the iron cross position on the rings? Do you know, I don't think I've used rings in, I don't know, probably like 16 years. Can't remember when I stopped doing gymnastics as a kid. Got bullied out of it, unfortunately. I used to be quite good. I won a few gold medals, some bronzes as well. Whew. Oh, I do the same. It's good stuff. You know you've got like 95% of a rep, and you're just like, let me just use a little finger to just. Oh. The RiR handles pronation of that. RiR is on the anterior humerus to the ulnar tuberosity. I don't know how that would produce pronation. That sounds long to me. Would you consider using asymmetric weight distribution on dumbbells to emphasize the factor of bicep? So you're suggesting more weight on one side of the dumbbell to increase pressure on either supination or pronation, depending on which. I mean, it depends on what you're attempting to achieve, I guess. I mean, with hammer curls, we're primarily working at the brachioradialis, which is more the forearm. If, for example, I can imagine that modality being efficacious in concentration curls, as an example, because the bicep is producing supination during a concentration curl. Using greater weight on the radial aspect of the hand, sort of the direction that your thumb is pointing, if you put more weight over there, it assists with supination. And if you do it the other side, then you're going to have more effort be needed in supinating the forearm. So potentially that would produce more stress on the bicep and allow it to fatigue quicker. I would argue that it's quite gimmicky. Like, I don't think the value provided with that would be useful beyond just adding reps or adding weight. Like, I'm doubtful that that would be effective beyond, the gimmick training that perforates a lot of the fitness landscape. Oh. Is it bad that I'm forgetting the amount of reps that I'm doing? I think we beat our first set. We got 2 more sets, boys. Oh, God. Hey, chat. Pop quiz. What is the origin of the coracobrachialis? It is a muscle of the anterior arm, very much like the biceps brachii or the brachialis, but it only produces flexion of the arm at the shoulder joint as its only function. What is the origin of that muscle? We got more work to do. Okay. We got one more set. Ugh. Scapula? Well, you're not wrong, but there's a particular process of the scapula. Clue is in the name. Ugh. Another gimmick, leaning backwards to make force on the weight higher on the way down. Interesting, yeah. It's kind of like leaning during lateral raises. That would be interesting. Might try that for the last repetition of the last set. Damn, it's hot in here. Close the door to avoid disturbing the neighbours too much. Whew. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Let's get to the last set, and I'll try and incorporate a backward lean during the last repetition. We'll see how it feels. Wow, we've been in here so long, the fan's gone off. Better. 20. Rack your weights. It's only polite. God damn. Okay. You're not finished until all your weights are back where they should be. The poor blanket of the others. I'm so sorry. I'm not. You deserve it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is the workout. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for the tips. Thank you for the compliments, the encouragement, the discussion. I do appreciate you. I will be back tomorrow at 3 p.m., actually 2 p.m. for some water tanks, then 6 p.m. for some workouts. And then 10 p.m. Actually, no, I'll be back this evening at 10 p.m. So like an hour and a half for some. We'll be doing some crowd control of some sort. So viewers will get to spawn stuff in my game and probably kill me. So should be fun. Right. So, gentlemen, ladies, thank you so much. And yeah, I'll see you tonight if you would like to join me. Hang on, let me, we skipped calves today. Okay. Cool. Gorgeous. So yeah, tomorrow's workout looks like it's a lower body. We're doing barbell squats, we're doing seated leg curls, we're doing walking lunges, then we're doing some ab work as well. So primarily lower body. But yeah, thank you very much. See you in like an hour and a half if you're about.